Hi guys, it's Kenny here. I'm just recording the second part of my video of some of my favourite YouTube photography channels again, because I think the last video I did, the second part I did last time, was actually just a bit too long, so I figured I'd re-record it and try and cut it down a bit in length. So I've also made one change to my list as well, so that's another reason to re-record it. So anyway, let's crack on and have a look at the rest of these channels. Okay, so first up in the second part is practical photography. Now, this channel is it's a kind of mixture of tutorial videos and also challenge videos in a way. And the presenters are actually all very good. I can't remember all the names, but there's Tim Berry and there's also a woman named Louise Carey. And yeah, they're both, those two actually sometimes work together in the videos, or sometimes they do videos separately, and they're both very good, and they also have quite a nice bit of banter together as well when they're together. They also did a really good 3-part landscape photography kind of trail video as they went, I think from the Lake District up to Glencoe, and you know, over a period of probably 3 days, you know, and yeah, it was really good the way in which they did it. They did a kind of mixture of, I think they did a kind of landscape portrait thing using the girl Louise, and they also, you know, did like time lapses, and then they later on did a kind of rule of thirds kind of guide, you know, on composition and things. So the channel's very good, and as I said, there's also other challenges. Like I think there was one where the guy Tim went on a challenge to take a series of images in bad weather, you know, and he actually came up with some good stuff. And he also had to travel place to place, and he had 20 minutes at each place, and then he had to get to another place within another 20 minutes. So yeah, there's a lot of these kind of on the clock challenges and things. So yeah, there's plenty of good content on the channel. So yep, I would definitely recommend checking that one out. So practical photography. Next up is Gordon Lang. Now, Gordon Lang is actually a professional camera tester. He's not so much a professional photographer, but as I said, he tests cameras for a living, and he runs his own website called Camera Labs now. And but the main highlight of his channel is, of course, the podcasts that he does with an American photographer called Doug Kay. And together they have a nice bit of banter, and they have a good rapport with one another, and also, but primarily they review cameras, the brand new cameras that have just come out or about to be due on release. So, and they go into a lot of great detail about the cameras, and it may sound a bit boring on paper, but the way in which they do it is actually, it's quite entertaining, and it's quite informative at the same time. So, you know, with Gordon doing most of the talking, and he's quite a funny personality, he comes across pretty well, as does Doug. So, you know, so it's worth watching for the banter alone. But yeah, Gordon Lang's channel is definitely well worth checking out, and there's plenty of great content, you know, and there's, as I said, his podcasts with Doug Kay are the main highlight, you know, and the way in which they review camera gear together and have a nice bit of banter, and you know, they get on well together. So yeah, it's that alone's worth checking out. So right, so next up is First Man Photography. Now, this channel is run by a man named Adam. Now, I can't really pronounce Adam's second name. It's Adam Karznach or something. I think he's of Polish descent originally, but he is, of course, English. I think he's from Northern England somewhere, and his channel's really good, and it's some really good content. And again, it's quite varied with the kind of stuff he does. There's a mixture of tutorials and different types of photography, like macro photography, water drop photography. He does light painting photography, different things like that. He also did critiques of people's work as well, kind of similar to, I think, Jared Polin, the American photographer. He did that same kind of thing, but they both have different styles of how they do it, because, you know, Adam's a bit more forgiving, shall we say, in his when he did the critiques, you know. So he did a lot of really good constructive feedback for whoever, you know, submitted their images. So he does a lot of different landscape photography vlogs. He does a lot of ones out at the Lake District, and I think he's done 1 or 2 different other locations, like in Wales. I think he's been to the Yorkshire Dales, and he did one in London as well. And he's also got a really good, pleasant, engaging presentation style, you know. In fact, when he started doing the channel, like the first year or so in, he actually had quite a loud booming voice when he introduced himself. In fact, you know, he would start off and introduce himself by saying, "Hello, I'm Adam, and welcome to First Man Photography." You know, his voice was it was really quite loud and booming, you know. But I think after a while he kind of toned it down and he refined his presentation. But yeah, his presentation though for the show is generally very good, you know, and it's well worth. It's certainly one of the things about his channel that I like, you know, his presentation style's very engaging, you know. So, yep. So I think First Man Photography is well worth having a look at. So yeah, I put it on my list. So next up is Thomas Heaton. Now, well, if you watch YouTube photography channels, well, you've certainly heard of Thomas Heaton, and his work speaks for itself. He's, you know, he's another English landscape photographer, and his work is tremendous. You know, he's just a great landscape photographer. He knows his stuff, and he's really good at knowing how to compose his shots and get perfect lighting, and knows, and he manipulates his images very well using filters and all sorts of things, you know. But you know, he's a very dedicated landscape photographer, so he'll take the time to go to places and put the effort in to get the perfect image. So he won't settle for taking any old image. He will spend hours and hours setting up for an image, and if he doesn't get it or doesn't get the right lighting, then he packs up and just goes. In fact, I think he spent in one video, he spent 24 hours in one location, and he didn't even get a single image. There you go. That's perfectionism for you. In fact, if there was one criticism of his channel for me, I think it's the fact that he does take so very few images. You know, I'd like to see at times a collection of images on a channel rather than just say one or two images. You know, but I mean that's just personal preference. You know, and that's it's different strokes for different folks, and that's how Thomas works. That's his methodology, so well, fair enough. That's how he chooses to work. But yeah, Thomas has also got quite a good sense of humour. There's some quite funny moments in his videos. I think there's one such as, I think he did a video just before the New Year last year, and it was he was actually reading out a series of mean comments that he got on YouTube, and there was one where I think someone said they accused him of, I think, product placement because he uses a lot of Canon gear. So, and in response he said, "I never do any product placement on this channel." And all of a sudden you see this box of Yorkshire tea being pushed in on cue. Yeah, it's quite funny. Yeah, so Thomas Heaton's channel speaks for itself. You know, there's some really good content on there. It's quite rich and varied in the kind of stuff he does. You know. And he does his own landscape workshops, and his videos, his vlogs even cover that as well. So yeah, I figured I'd put Thomas Heaton on this list, and yeah, his channel's definitely well worth having a look. So yeah. And last but not least is E6 Vlogs. Now, E6 Vlogs is a channel run by a professional photographer, Craig Roberts. I found his channel probably a couple of years ago when I was probably doing a search for Micro Four Thirds photographers, and it's the Micro Four Thirds camera system I shoot with, and that's what Craig Roberts uses for his photography. And ever since I found his channel, I've just been absolutely hooked on it, you know. And his channel's great. There's some wonderful, great content on there, you know. He shoots a mixture of landscape and urban stuff, you know. Both those types of photography are right up my street. It's the kind of stuff I really enjoy shooting myself. And to top it off, he's also got a really good sense of humour, and he combines his sense of humour into his videos really well, you know. So there's plenty of funny little moments in his channel also. Yeah, there was one video where he said he's actually went and got himself a new drone. So we cut to this kind of aerial footage, or what appears to be like aerial footage of, you know, like a drone taking off and going into the sky. He's walking on the beach, and all of a sudden you see him holding a selfie stick up high, and he's got these little Canon video camera on it. So, but then he suddenly turns around and he looks sheepishly at the camera and he says, "Oh, no, I don't have a drone." And then he walks off, quite embarrassed looking. So yeah, that's quite a funny little moment. But as I said, Craig Roberts' channel, I just think it's terrific. You know, there's plenty of good stuff, and he's really funny. He's got a good sense of humour, and it's the way in which he combines all that into his videos is, you know, I just think it's really good how he does it all. So, right, well, that's it from me for now, and I hope you enjoyed this little video. It's something a little different from what I usually do, from the usual kind of vlogs and stuff that I've done. So yeah, I've quite enjoyed doing this little video, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. So So if you enjoyed the video, I hope you could give the video a like, and if you could also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, that'd be absolutely great. And I will see you guys on the next video. So until the next one, this is Kenny, once again, signing off. I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.